Hello, dear friends. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It is news time again from this very good channel. Welcome back. How are you all doing? Hope you're good. I pray that God will be with you in your endeavors. Today, we have another update for you. And I want you to, after listening to it, you drop your opinion and suggestions you have so that Biafra will be free. And that's just it. Okay, let's go there.
The entire Sahel region to come into Nigeria. And the guy asked him, "Are you saying that Fulanis who are not Nigerian will be allowed to come in?" Jesus Christ. If now, man. So now, Otti, and not only him, other Igbo governors and politicians, basically they are the one championing this indigenous agenda. Oh, Carlo, the other one, Benjamin Carlo, he introduced it. He introduced it at the National Assembly. So you can see that the leaders of Ndibo, they are not for the people. They are just carrying out Fulani agenda. For the Yoruba, it's slightly different because they recognize that I think these current Yoruba politicians and leaders, if their forefathers were as smart or aware, enlightened as this current one, but the Fulani, they could not have probably conquer them the way they did, like Ilore, Kwara State, and the position of this Islamism upon them, because this current one, the late Akeroduru, he was so open about Oduduwa Nation. He never hid anything. He introduced the singing of Yoruba national anthem everywhere in Ondo State, and he has supported the creation of Omota because they know. So for them and for us is a different thing altogether. Our politicians were put there, all of them, by the caliphate, so we know how that comes about, how everything went down. For the Yorubas, political leaders, not necessarily. There are those who are also comparable, but overall, so our saving grace is the general, ordinary the common man on the street and just the individuals. They know what is playing out, but they've imposed leadership upon us, or Hanese, all of them, they were imposed upon us. So this is very important that our people continue to realize that these governors you see, the Soludos of this world, the Imo State, Ebonyi, all of them, Man, these people are the enemy. I'm telling you the gospel truth, because they've agreed that we have to reintegrate, mixed up, infiltrate. For them, the Fulani to infiltrate into us, and one said, if you marry them, you will pay the marriage. So what more do you want to know that these are your enemies? So that is just, I want to put that out there, that don't get carried away by whatever you think Otti is doing in Abia State. At the end of the day, they are all working towards one agenda, but they will fail. I'm sure they will definitely fail, because none cannot understand this thing more than anybody you can ever imagine. He knows the game plan, and we are not ready to give away our culture, our traditions, our ancestral. We will never give it away. No way. So if they have to kill all of us, so be it, but we never surrender whom we are, our culture, our being, because that is what it's all about. So will it work? I don't know. I mean, in the sense that there's a lot of awakening among the people in various regions. So I think this game plan, this agenda of the Fulanis probably came at the wrong time. But they're not gonna give in. They're not gonna give up easily, because they are a bunch of people who are very, very determined, stubborn in pursuit of their agenda. But it's not gonna be easy. So, my brother, thank you so much. I'm still with you for the time being. Yeah.
Thank you so much for that amazing contribution. You have spoken well. The point you just made is very, very clear. We don't trust any politician. It doesn't matter what they do. Nobody should trust any politician. We can't trust any one of them. They are just the same. It's all the same agenda. Some of them are doing their own lightly. Some of them are doing their own secretly. Some are doing their own seriously. Some are hiding their own under one cover or the other. Yeah. So it doesn't matter how they play it. We don't give any trust. Any change or amendment that has to be done within the United States of Biafra, not while you're in Nigeria. Whatever changes you are making, any law you are passing in Nigeria is illegal, and we will not accept that nonsense. Because first of all, people must have to return to their origin. Countries are created among people that have similar value system. You cannot begin to talk about a country where you move people together that don't have the same value system together. We cannot accept all those nonsense they're putting forth. Thank you so much, my beloved brother. And I think I can see my brother Greg there, and I see our beloved sister Ojugu. Because of the location and time, please, my brother Greg, let's allow our sister Ojugu to make a contribution. Then my brother Greg will come. My brother Greg is always here with me. So go on, my sister Ojugu.
Good morning.
Good morning, my sister. Welcome.
Just allow Greg to talk. Today is Saturday, so I have the time. Yes.
Okay. Bro, Greg, go on. Greg, go on. Let's hear from you.
Okay. Good afternoon, Mazi Choose.
No.
My greetings, yes, and my greetings to our sister Ojugo and Mazi Christian. Not much there. Yes. I thank everyone for your good works, and I pray that God continue giving everybody strength and courage to do the needful, because we have no other option than to fight for our freedom. My greetings to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpan and Dr. Ngozi Arabeze, and I pray for God's strength in their life and more courage. Yes, Biafrans, we will not stop. We will continue shouting and crying and making noise until the world hear us, until we are able to liberate ourselves. Nobody will do it for any Biafran. This is the job that Biafrans must do on their own. We are not looking for anybody to come and do it for us. The only thing we pray is let the Biafrans that believe in freedom continue being strong and not being deceived. Yes. So, what are we saying? Every time you bring any video of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu message, it will be like this message is like today or yesterday. I think the world knows the truth, but they're sitting on top of the truth. The Nigerian elites know the truth, and they are sitting on top of the truth. Yesterday, I was watching a care report when Akonye went to record that place. So Akonye was saying that even Nigerian media now play Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's talk, and now everybody is calling Mazi Nnamdi Kanu a prophet, but they are still holding him, even when they know that everything Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has said or spoken is coming out one after the other, and is playing out, and they are seeing it with their eyes, and they hold him. And then the question there is this: the so-called politicians and the elite of Nigeria, who knows the truth and sit on top of the truth, are not asking themselves, how long are we going to sit on top of this truth? How long can we pretend that nothing is happening? I have watched and traveled some part of the world. I have done things with many countries, many people from around the world. I find out that there is no country in the whole world, there is no country that exists on this earth that lies to themselves like Nigerians. There is no country on this earth that lie to themselves like Nigeria. Nigeria will see koro what is pure, and they will downplay it and cover it. There is no country in the whole world that pretend and lie to themselves like Nigeria. No neighboring country, no foreign country, both black and white, Asia, India, Chinese, and call it. There is no country in the world. In Africa, the worst is Nigeria. Number one is they know they don't love themselves. Number two, they know Nigeria is not working and they cannot work. So why did they swear that it will not happen in their lifetime? Like Obasanjo, like Buhari, like this man now in the power, Tinubu, like Obi, like Omahe, like just mention any of them. Look at, starting from Imo State, a man that enter power and he's thinking now that maybe in the next 1.5 years his tenure will end. He start coming out to tell people, if I have offended any person, let my people forgive me. So where will they start to forgive you? Where will the Imo and the Igbo people and the Biafran start to forgive Hope Uzodimma? In which book, in which side of the Bible would they read to forgive Uzodimma? I don't know. I'm a Christian, but I did not see any chapter that will permit me to forgive him. I don't know. I have not seen it. I've been looking all this while. After he write apology, or he make apology to the Igbo people, I did not see that chapter that talk about forgiving Uzodimma. Honestly. So that is the question. Because this is the man that know the truth. And if he refused to follow the truth, the same to all of them from A to Z, knowing perfectly the truth, and they refuse to follow the truth. They continue lying. And no matter how religious you are and how perfect you are, if you step into Nigeria, they will corrupt you. I heard our elder, Maznanika, saying, if Congress give him space, he will come and testify how American embassy ambassadors are being corrupt in Nigeria. But that is 100% truth. They are absolutely corrupt. You cannot tell me that these people are not corrupt and they don't take, Nigeria doesn't corrupt them or give them bribe. And a man like Blinken, a man like, a woman like a Clinton wife, Hillary Clinton, say that Boko Haram is not terrorist, knowing fully well that Boko Haram is a terrorist, was a terrorist, and still a terrorist today. And the man of Blinken, this one of yesterday, see all the killings during their administration in Benue, in Enugu, in every part of Biafra and Middle Belt, even in some part of the north. And Blinken call it propaganda. So tell me, how can a reasonable person use burying his people in mass as a propaganda to bring attention of the international community? So that will show you the kind of corruption that the West, that Blinken and the Biden was. They downplay it because of corruption, because Nigerians pack money and give to them. So that is what the Africans are suffering. Because if you are killing yourself, they will help you and kill and make sure you bury yourself. They are not ready to make you to become somebody. They don't want you to raise up. That is the point. So, if where it pains me is the common man in every street of Biafra land, the common man in every street of Ariwa, the north, the common man in every street of Yoruba land, they still don't understand They don't understand. Because you cannot tell me that you understand and Hope Uzodinma tell you that if I win the second tenor, I will take how many thousands of you and send you abroad to go and study and get you work there. And to date, nobody has come out and said, Hope Uzodinma, how many thousands of our Biafran or how many thousands of the Imolites have you sent to Canada and America as you promised? The so-called president now say, if I did not win, if you allow me to be your president, if I did not give you a light, if I come second tenor, don't vote for me. Now, no Nigeria is going to hold him accountable for that promise. And all of them have started talking about 2027. When they have not done anything reasonable rather than killing their people. So my people, if any of you in the street of Imo, Anambra, Old Imo and Old Anambra, or Old Enu streets, thinking that these politicians will change you, you are lying to yourselves. If you think that Ates will want Nigeria to change, rather than him, Ates will fly private jet until he die, and his children will take over. How many of Ates children are living in Nigeria? How many of them grew up in Nigeria? Even Ates, who studied in America, he did engineering this program in America, and he came back. And he got himself corrupt and went to the North contract and they make him a billionaire. That is show you the kind of mindset people are. Even it doesn't matter where they grow. Even if they grow in White House, they will still be corrupt as long as their mind is corrupt. So anyone who deceiving you that somebody is coming to change Nigeria or B is coming to change Nigeria to make life better for you, it is 100% not possible. So, if some of them can be playing Nandekano's program today and knowing the truth and still hold him, do you think they are holding Nandekano there because they want better for you? No, they are holding Nandekano because Nandekano is trying to remove them their mouth from the sucking breast by all means. The same thing when they play Simon Ekpa's program. You will see the same strong message. So, I think you are doing great. Choose. By all this message you are playing this, because this is what we know now. To refreshing people's mind about this message of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the Simon Ekpa. So that those things will be getting into people's brain again. Because Nigeria cannot change. I saw what this man wrote. Ruben, the lawyer. He said that Nigeria lost Biafra in 1967. Even though Nigeria might have won the war, but they lost Biafra in 1967. Even though they won the war, but they lost them in 1967. There is nothing that will make Biafra and Nigeria be one country in life. That it is impossible. And that is the strong message which they're supposed to know. And somebody like Obi is still manipulating himself everywhere and he will change in Nigeria. He will change in Nigeria. What will he do to change in Nigeria? So that is the problem. So, and the problem we are having, for me, I will every time before I finish, I will always tell the Biafrans, you are your problem. You are your problem. You are holding yourself if you want to be free. Anytime you want to be free, have focus. Know who is telling you the truth. Like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is telling you the truth. Simon Ekpa is telling you the truth. Today, Ngozi Rebeze is telling you the pure truth. There is nothing like propaganda in what Biafra government is doing. They don't have time for propaganda. They don't have time to go and start thinking how and some people who come out to fight for freedom, because they have misunderstanding with each other, and they will be thinking how the children of those people will not succeed in life, laying curses on themselves. This government of Dr. the United States of Biafra, doesn't have time for those kind of evil. So anytime somebody raises up and what he's doing is laying curse upon children of Biafra, that curse is returning back to him automatically. So know who is telling you the truth and follow the truth. Biafra is only one government. And anytime you start looking back, you will fall. You only move, anytime you are in the battlefield, you only move forward. And do not think of the areas you have covered. Every army in the battlefield, any area you fight and you win, what do? You make sure you hold that ground. You cannot fight some area and win it, and you say, no, let us go where we first start again. If you move back, your enemy will come and block those places you have captured. That is what these people are telling you, fall back every minute. We have conquered the level of Brig. We are in the level of United States of Biafra. And the only thing we need is your support. The Biafra need your support. The government need your support. The military need your support. Everything need your support, spiritually, physically, and financially, mostly now financially, and moral support. So let the Biafra never listen to these propaganda people who are only lying and lying and lying. Look at the Cameroons. What happened? Look at the Cameroons. I listened to the COS of Cameroon and how they organize themselves, and get this message from Dr. Chow, and they played it. They never start disobeying each other or fighting for power or telling you she is not my COS, he is not my COS. The master is telling you that their COS maybe is a Fulani or is a he came from Chad, or their COS came from Burundi. They respect that person with that office, and that person is doing that work the way it's supposed to be. And we had you at Chobe because he knows the people he have. Even though he's not there, his voice was not shaking. But look at our own. Before our PM was taken away, he was fighting everything to make sure that he brought peace and stop the kind of hate that all those cabinets have for Dr. Ngozi. Questioning them, what have this woman done to you people? And they still got that hate till today because they did not come in that place to fight for freedom. They only come for their selfish interest and for those that sent them to come to disrupt the work. Cameroon might be fighting, but the kind of demon the Cameroonians are fighting is maybe times, Nigeria own is times 20. Because maybe those are Bazilian, many of them have not acquired too much wealth, and some of the Biafrans have acquired too much wealth. I was talking to a friend the other day. We are talking about Biafra. He was asking me, you people are still strong in this Biafra of Etino. I said him, yes, Biafra have not died, and now it is even now that the Biafra have started. He said, really? I said, yes. He said for him, 100% he wants Biafra, but if Nigeria will work, that he will support it. Because all the properties, he made his money in North. He made his billions in North. started counting all the whole billionaires in the Igbo land. All of them made their billions in the north. I tell them, okay, because the Igbos make all their billions in the north, then we shall die with the north. Even then, when you are talking about you make billions in the north, while the north have the agenda, and they know the reason they allow you to make those billions is for you to be saying what you are saying today. Yes. He said because they didn't go to school. If you are there, you have the opportunity to make those billions. I tell him it's not true, because you are not too clever than any other person. They themselves have an agenda, but your agenda is for you to make billions. And every time you be telling me you'll be going to Paris, you'll be going to those become a pride. I'm in London, I'm in America, I'm in this place. Then that will become you and your family will be lining up to get visa to travel everywhere you want to travel. Then it become a pride.
My but brother, because of that very line of thought you brought, now let us listen to this message of our Prime Minister Mazi Simon. But just a brief message, then you continue.
Most of you who claim you own businesses everywhere in Nigeria, for that reason, you want everybody to die. Nobody is above death. Death is going to visit everybody. Just have to pray that you live and make impact in this life. The impact that matters now, as far as Nigeria is concerned, is not the impact to make people millionaires. It is impact to make people to be alive. It is impact to make people to feel secure. It is impact to make people feel they are free. That is the biggest impact you can make. Millions are going to come. People will become millionaires when they are alive. Of what use is it? You made somebody millionaire today and tomorrow he died by gunshot from Fulani. Of what use will it be to the society? You pick up somebody and send him abroad and he come back to Nigeria and police will kill him. It is happening every day. Why do you want to continue to be part of a country like that? Why?
Go on, my brother. Go on, my brother Greg. Go on. Let's see if we continue. I think, Greg, are you still there? I played this very bite to support what Greg was saying, like people who are complaining because they have business somewhere and they cannot be able to continue or to pursue the Biafra. Because of that, every one of us should be enslaved simply because you have 1 2-room bedroom as your business, as your hotel or whatever, anywhere in the north. For that, you want all of us to be slaves. That is not going to work for any one of us. We won't accept that. It's a pity our brother Greg could not be able to go on. Maybe he had a call also. My beloved sister Ojugo, go ahead and speak to us. Let's hear you.
Okay, Brochux, and my brother that is there. Good morning, everyone. Okay, let me start with saying how we got to this place where we are now. It's because of the foundation. If your foundation is not solid, that house will eventually fall. And why I said that is Nigeria was built with the state. And that role still play in our life today. Why did the British handed Nigeria over to the Fulani? Because they want to save their life. They want to leave. Because those people, if you read the history of what happened, the Fulani are ready to kill anybody if you don't go by their rule. And they don't listen to anybody. It doesn't matter who. They're ready to fight you, even now. And that is why the United Nations, everyone say, release Nnamdi Kanu. Did they do that? No. That's whom they are. The Northerners, that's whom they are. Those Fulanis. So that's why, to save their life, they say, okay, take control of this country. We'll make it, join it, but you take control of it. But let us have our life. Do not kill us. Go read that history, how Nigeria was handed over to the Fulanis. So that's the state right from the beginning. And when the Congolese were fighting recently, the recent fight, what were they saying? They said to leave. They are not fighting for the resources or anything, but just to leave. That they want to leave.
Exactly.
Just to preserve their life. We're all saying the same thing. Pretend you handed over Nigeria to the Fulanis to leave. And we're saying, Nnamdi Kanu said, take the oil, but give us our freedom to leave. We just want to leave. So you see that deceit, and that's what has filled everybody that is born and brought up in that zoo called Nigeria. We travel, we're traveling with it. Except when you work on yourself. That's when you start to rebuild that your own foundation. And that's what the United States of Biafra is doing now, to rebuild the foundation of the United States of Biafra. And not to build it on the same. If you can check the life of our people, these people fighting with us in this Biafra, it's still the same thing playing. You ask somebody, what is the function of a COS? They will tell you. Every other staff is under the COS. Every other. So why is it the head of the state is not there? Somebody way at the bottom now come up why the COS is still there. You see, that deceitful mind of ours, that corrupt mind of ours. So, and a solid foundation, no matter the wind, no matter that building will stand gidigam. So I am happy the way started from Nnamdi Kanu to Simon Ekpa and to Dr. Ngosora Bese. That foundation is standing gidigam. And why is Nigeria shaking? Because of the bad foundation of Nigeria, how it started in the first place. Under the set, joining people that you know 100% that they can never be together, that they will not survive together. And the same deceit, even look at Chika Berry Ike, the woman with white hair in France. The same deceit we're talking about. You say, in the church, the Christian, I don't know, but you officially are still answering Mary. Why don't you do a name change? That's how people behave. If you don't want this, you can make a change and to show us that you are really this. Who is deceiving who? And that's why all the things are creeping in and creeping out. People are not real. People are not real to themselves.
You can imagine people that are telling you to go back to tradition. The simplest one they can do on themselves by themselves without even consulting anybody. Change of name. They couldn't do it.
Exactly.
You don't need consultation. Just show that example. Change your name and go back to tradition that you want.
Yes. You're still answering your Christian name, and you're saying, how would they get it? Know you if your name is Mary. How? Please. So all these things, you gotta, like me, yes, I'm a Christian. But even my friends here know me, my own Christianity, yes, but I still believe in my tradition. That is good.
Definitely.
That's how I operate. I'll tell you, yes, I'm a Christian, but I fall back more on Old Testament. I read more of Old Testament because you can say that Old Testament is real. Like when you're reading it, where it says eye for eye, tooth for tooth. How? If you watch the law of the people, if you ordinary flower, if you go now without permission, cut somebody flower in America, you will pay. Even if it's your neighbor, you will pay. You guys will talk about it. If the neighbor says replace, you replace it. And everybody moves on. Everything you commit, that is a consequences of it. There's the consequences for every evil done. And when I was listening to our sister Judith, the lady that built that dragon, for some reason I didn't know that she's on YouTube or something, but I saw something and it was her name. I said, oh wow, because I always love that lady. The way she talks, you will see somebody that's, I see original in her, organic kind of person in her. Say, when you call in Ndiegede, do you understand what is Ndiegede? How would Ndiegede identify who is Mary? Those Ndiegede, Ndembu and Ndiegede understand Mary. Now, so we need to be very careful how we call our tradition. We have a solid tradition, and nobody will take that tradition away from us. Nobody. I protect my tradition. My dad was a traditionalist throughout his life. Only chirozo with your tongue of you dare not lie with your tongue. But also on the church in it, no. So we need to be very careful. Deceit is playing a big role in our life. We are fighting for our life and nothing more. They've built a solid foundation. Nnamdi Kanu has built a solid foundation that's standing on the truth. And anybody that is sincere and truthful to his or her life will stand on that foundation.
That's right.
Biafra will be a very solid country. It's already, the foundation is already solid. And that's why in any thunderstorm, the thunderstorm will shake, the wind will shake, you will see that foundation is still standing. It will blow off the roof, it will blow off all those the things that are temporary there, all the bad eggs are bad, you will blow them off, but the foundation will stand the web. And then we'll start to replace the zinc and the cement and whatever that flew off. But the foundation is there? Yes. So we need to wipe that tacit that is running in our brain. Let me not say in our blood, because if it's in our blood, a lot of us will not be able to clean it off. But on our brain, we can change it. We can change the narrative. So please, Augustus, if you can WhatsApp me, I don't know if is it on the mandate that you donate for your state, because I'm from a state, or is that an account that will pay money that goes to all state? If that is so, if an account is different, could you text it to me on my WhatsApp so that I can support my state? I'm from all state.
Yeah, is in Olu is in mandate. Once you write a mandate, but when you are sending your receipt, you write your state. You write your state.
I would like to use my the account I have in Biafra land, to do my payment.
Okay, I will send you the link for that.
Okay, so that I can do transfer from my the account I have over there.
Okay, my sister.
Okay. So please, my brothers and sisters, come and support your state. Your state. All people, wherever you are, we need it. So that when that starts, nobody will see our back. That territory needs to be secure. People need to go back to their normal farming.
Yes.
People need to go back to their normal farming. I know how when we live, at Onitsha, but when we go back to village, we are so excited following people to go to the farm very far. Where you put yam in the fire, people are eating, enjoying, having fun in the farm. You don't even want to go back home. And now those things are gone. Because people are scared to go to farm. Eh? Please, if you are from Olo, come out. Once they say, bam, we will secure our area in a twinkle of an eye. We need that. Thank you, my brothers that are here listening, and those that are on the chatting side. I greet everybody. Let us come and support this solid foundation of United States of Biafra. Look at those idiots with guns and all these things. Look at them, men and women.
You can imagine women with AK-47. Every one of us know the cost of AK-47. You can imagine these people. Every one of them have it as a walking stick.
Because the government is supplying them with this.
Where is this?
This is where will it be? These are Fulanis. This is Nigeria.
Hey God. Wow.
Men and women.
This is scary. Jesus.
And when we go for self-defense in Biafra land, some of them will be talking rubbish.
They teach them how to shoot in the mosque. They teach them everything.
You can imagine.
So if war break out today, half of the Fulanis know how to handle gun if you don't know.
Yes. Exactly.
But that's the right thing to do. Even in America here. Even in America there, they teach children, how to save their life. They teach them
people are not
how
paying
to
attention.
shoot.
But the difference from what you have in America is that for them is for self-defense, to keep yourself alive. You know, your natural entitlement to stay alive. But these people, they are teaching them these things, you know, to impose Islamism on you, Sharia and stuff like that. You know, Master, let me just quickly say, I don't know if this brother is gonna say something, but there's something I saw yesterday. It was like a press conference from the Fulanis, the Northerners mostly. So they just came out more or less declaring that they are.
Don't forget. Wait, let me not forget. Sister Ojugo, please leave me a message so I don't forget to drop that link for you. Just like I forgot the one that Krista told me because I didn't say message. Please leave me a message so I don't forget.
Okay, I will leave you a message on WhatsApp.
Yeah, thank you. Go on, bro, Christian.
Yeah, so it was like just for the 16 Northerners that were by in Uromi. So they summoned a conference, and they were saying that they've had enough of Nigeria, that if Northerners, there's a way they are generalizing that if Northerners are not welcome in Nigeria, then it's time for them to just throw in the towel. That was the word the lady used. And to my surprise, there's a guy who is a Middle Beltan. He is a Middle Beltan. And I think he was a minister in Buhari's regime. He's a Christian. And I've forgotten his name now. Something, either Solomon, something. He wears this military attire with.
Minister of Sports.
Exactly, bro. I was surprised that just yesterday, then he was in that conference with hardcore Islamic jihadists, Northerners, like one professor, whatever. The rest of them, there were lots of them, the hardcore Fulanis who have this. So now they were just saying, and I'm surprised that this Solomon, who is a Middle Belter, he knows how much the Fulanis have continued to massacre his people, and they don't speak. Nobody speaks for them, and they can't even defend themselves because they are not allowed. For him to now, I have so much question about what happened on that conference. And now, but at the end of the day, it's clear that there's this mindset, just like this sister was saying, there's this mindset, the belief system of these Northerners from the inception that maybe the British handed over the country to them, therefore is theirs, and they can kill you and you live with it and you move on, you accept it. But if you touch them even once, it's unacceptable. So that is the feeling I get, because they said that the perpetrators should be brought to book and they should be paraded and tried openly, and that compensation should be paid to the families. And I said to myself, compensation? Who is going to pay compensation to the people, Northerners, the Boko Haram, the Fulani herdsmen, and the rest of them massacred in Ebonyi, in Enugu State, in Ondo, in Oyo, in Delta, and the list just, you know what I mean? So what kind of double standard, acceptable double standard? Now, when this is happen, the president will not speak, even the governor of the state, like Ebonyi, will not speak. But just for this one time that we see these 16 Fulanis, and who, by the way, my strong suspicion is that they are not hunters that they are trying to profess. These guys are not hunters. How? 16, yeah, of course. They know it. Everybody, I mean, 16 hunters with gun loaded in their truck with Dangote trawler, by the way, and going from, they say, but I call to, no, come on now, that don't make sense. That is story for the gods. Now, so why is it that, how did we come to this stage whereby they are entitled to kill Southerners, whether Southerners from Southwest or Southeast or South, and it will be okay and acceptable, nobody will speak. But when you touch just one of them, the whole country begin to evaporate. Because that is what happened with this 16-something that happened. To the extent now that they had to call a press conference saying that it's time for them to throw. I don't know if you've seen this video, Brachuk, sir. This was Okay, this was like maybe. Sorry.
You can share it with me when you see it. Just share it with me so I can get hold of it.
All right, I saw it from this brother Okocha, this brother from Abo. Yeah, because he's very, oh my goodness, he works so hard too. And I've been supporting him in my own little way. I say, bro, keep doing what you are doing. Every effort makes the difference. Every effort counts. Yeah. But I'm just surprised that the level of I don't know how the southern politicians will accept this kind of double standard, that the life of these people in the north has become something special, and they just keep ravaging and killing. Whether you call them Fulani herdsmen or Boko Haram, they are northerners. And it just seems like a unifying factor now, like I said earlier, that those who were tagging Indibo, trying to, for whatever reason, they've now come to the realization that the enemy that has come to take them out, take everything, and, it's not Indibo, but rather Indibo. When they go to a place, they build, they develop, they contribute, they help the society. It's a known fact, but it's just pure hatred and envy, mostly envy, jealousy of the people who God bless. So, but you make yourself, you destroy yourself by doing that, because Ndibo from the history has never gone to any place, ransack the people, send them to IDP camp, take their land, take their culture. Nowhere in the history has that ever happened. When they come, if you are selling, they buy, they develop it. So that's just it's unfortunate. Thank you, my brother. So let me just listen to, yeah.
Thank you so much. Bro Greg, conclude your line of thought before we round it up. Are you there, Bro Greg? I'm not sure Greg is there. Maybe Greg is busy today. So as we are saying, we must continue, and we are going to be rounding it up because of, we have another program this evening, and people, more especially those in Biafra land, are going to be keen into that program. The fundraising is a state fundraising that we are doing today. Everyone must make sure you participate in that state fundraising. Whichever state you belong, you donate and mention your state, and your donation will go to the protection and defense of your state. Remember, the decentralization of Biafra military is the ultimate. That is what the government have put in place. And everybody is going to fund their own section. So whatever contribution you make today, we go to your own area, your own state. So if you don't know your state, link up with those who have the map or any platform where you are. You can go to the platform of the government. You're going to see your state, and you identify with your state and reach out. Follow the link, make your payments, send in your receipt, and mention your state, so that it will be recorded to your own state, and the government will make sure that your own state, whatever fund you send to your state, will go to your state, and your state will be protected. That is how it's going to go today. So wherever you are, every one of us must make sure we participate on this very program today. You must not be found wanted, because the time we are in now is a time for action. The action we are talking about is to do things for our recognition and full restoration on the ground. The area we are, it's an area that will cost money. It's an area will cost money. And there is changes. It is not gone like before, where things are being done differently. Today, things are being done differently. A lot of things are going on that we will not see on the media. We do not want to go to that line of advertisement again, where the enemies are going to be using it against us, more especially seeing the condition, the whole thing, and this the group that are now opposing the liberation of Biafra. They will do everything they can to push propaganda against the Biafran people. So we need to be careful what we do, how we do it, and the length we can go to advertise things that are going on. A lot of things are going on when it comes to the start of Biafra Liberation Army. They are doing a lot of work. Only that it is not the way you see it before when we advertise their work. It is not done anymore. So All you need to do today, if you want your area to be well protected, you must pay attention. It is not enough to ask us, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are the Biafran people doing? It is all of us that will do it. The responsibility lies on all of us. As I always say, there is no organization sponsoring the restoration of Biafra. No government in the world sponsoring the restoration of Biafra. We will get there, but we have not got that yet. We're going to get that, and we're going to get it very soon. So this time that you have the opportunity to play your own role, whatever you contribute today is going to speak for you in time to come. It will speak on your behalf. Biafra have already been declared. It is no longer a dream or a wish. It has happened. All we have to do today is to do the practical aspect of it, which is recognition, pursuit of recognition, and full restoration. And remember what our Prime Minister said, it's going to take some time. But remember, consistency is the key. We must be consistent in what we are doing, consistent in our support to Biafra government, consistent in the defense of our Biafra land. Don't allow anyone to distract you. These distractors will always be there. The enemies will always be there. The backbiters will be there. The blackmailers will always be there. But I bet you, in everything you hear or see, apply your common sense. Freedom of association is one thing that the United States of Biafra signed up for. So if you feel you are not comfortable with those of us who are holding the mantle for Mazi Simon Ekpa until he joins us, if you're not comfortable with us, there's no problem. You can go ahead and do what you want to do, but don't stand in our way. If you do stand in our way, I bet you we are going to crush you and continue the journey. Don't say you are not one. Do not say you are not one. Thank you, my fellow Biafrans who have participated on the program today. I have to allow everybody to go and enjoy their weekend as we are rounding up. Bro Greg, are you back? Is Greg back?
Yes, sorry.
Okay.
My network is going off and on. And anytime you're in the house, they always try to distract you.
Somebody so that we can run it up.
Yes, I urge our people to continue where they are going and not looking back from any body's distraction. We have where we are looking for. We know what we are looking for. We know where we are going. We know our direction, where we are pushing. It's only people that doesn't have directions that will always tell you fall back. But if you know the road, if you have the map of where you are traveling and you know how to read the map, nobody will ask you to come back because he doesn't have direction, neither does he have map. But if you have your map or your Navi and you are driving, you keep on moving. That is how it goes. So there is no point of looking back. Now they are playing Mazina Nekano's video in Nigeria. They will still play Simon Ekpa's video. Because definitely one day the truth, they will know the truth. Even the Fulanis, they will know the truth. Because what we are fighting have nothing to do with hating the Fulani or hating the Yoruba or hating anybody. What we are fighting is just to be free. Let us be free and stay on our own and think on our own. Let the Fulanis think on their own and be free to do whatever they want. If they want to be Sharia or do anything, let them impose it to themselves, within themselves. Let the Christians go and worship their own God. Just like Israelis said, we want to go home and worship our God. Let the Yorubas do their own. That is what we are fighting. And that will minimize corruption. It will minimize the evil elite to rise up. If they have Biafra today, there are people like Akpabio cannot stand to tell you that he want to be a senator, neither to be a governor. Somebody like Soludo, if he were intelligent, as they say, we're supposed to be in the classroom. I've been in this Europe for how many years? I've never seen where a professor become a governor. Their duty is to research. They do research. And they lecture and bring up the new things and new bring new people into light, into the world, to come and achieve the aim of the purpose of their life on the earth. That is the work of the professors. Professors is not to come and mark less wealth, pack wealth, become governor, and they do tout of a thing, look for doable, carry gun, and snatch car, and